forget the smell of moonlight in your hair. And if you're rooting for your heart, and if you want me to stay, and if you take this all on your heart, and if you say I can stay,
good morning, everyone.
And all the birds have taken
Gator Miko, what's happening, Jim? Photographer extraordinaire. Hey, John Pace. Fine ass Monique. Forget my familiarity. Going live right after this song, yo.
And if you're rooting for your heart, and if you want me to stay, and if you take this all on your heart, and if you say I can stay, I'll stay.
Mike's coming up there. Mac McAllister in the house. Oh shit. That was good. Technical. Good morning, everybody. Technical. Who calls me to go? I hit the wrong button. But what can I say? It's all good. Good morning.
It's a brand new day.
That's y'all fault. Distracted me.
Good news train. Have your morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Get the 311 before the morning's done. Laugh until you cry. You can always rely on morning coffee with Mario every Monday. Morning coffee with Mario.
I want to please ask your forgiveness for that introduction. See, this is what happens when I try to interact with our viewership while running all this stuff. So I have to laugh, you guys. I know you're cracking up too. But it's wonderful because, hey, it's morning coffee, it's Monday, and some of you have been joining in since earlier. And I want to thank you for being here. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, a bunch of you guys. A bunch of people have been logging in, so we want to say hi. It's been a wonderful, wonderful, busy weekend for us here at Pack Stereo because Politicon has been here in Los Angeles, and so we're busy ramping up. Vic and I are constantly going over the new stuff that's coming up, and then suddenly it occurred to me that thanks to a very good friend of mine, Michelle Sargent, we had those VIP passes, and we're there at Politicon, and so we got a chance to experience the whole environment, and also it was the opportunity for Pack Stereo to actually report on it, Vic. So, Vic kind of inspired me a little bit to do a little more, as he so often does with these things.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Take a look here, Vic. Here's a picture. This is from my Facebook. Let me see if I can get it up there. We have it all these screen things.
Oh, yeah.
But here's my Facebook. See, This is me and Baby Trump.
Yeah, that's. I don't know, man.
That's Baby Trump and I at Politicon. And Politicon, you know, let me digress for a minute just to let you know, for those of you who aren't so. Politicon is maybe the biggest cross-platform political event of the year. Essentially, all the media, MSNBC, CNN, Fox, here you can take a look as their screen as they put the people back on here. TYT, all the networks are up there. And they're part of it. And so we had an opportunity, Pack Stereo, to represent independent internet television, Tucker Carlson. And so my good buddy, Mel Bonte, and I went down there
Okay.
to the convention. And I want to say it was a remarkable event.
Well, it all depends on. To me, it all depends. Well, I already know it's wonderful, but did you go down there as Mario, Pack Stereo, producer, fan? Which one hit you? Because you know, you go down there with an intent. Sometimes you come away saying, "Oh, let me put this away. Now I can engage in this from a different perspective."
Yeah, I went there kind of like as the old dude to check out the intelligent babes.
You know what? Okay.
Kind of went there as
Okay, don't reduce it.
I kind of went there as the old dude going down there to check out the.
Wow.
What, hey, listen, wait, think about it. I am a man, heterosexual male, and thank God I still have a little bit of the energy flowing. But for me, Vic, since you brought it up,
Yep.
what other venue do you get a chance to see and meet this quality of woman? And let me qualify that. For a guy like me, to get a woman whose head is into politics like this, you know, see that's heaven. See, we love that. That define an intelligent, political, conscious woman to have a meeting of the minds. So, Vic, part of my thing is I have a fantasy about meeting newscaster women.
Okay.
You know, it's just one of them. It's just one. But intelligent women. So I went down there, and let me tell you something, too, now that you got me started on this. When you get down there, they're dressed a whole different way. There was a bunch of them that was bringing it.
Okay.
They were fine. Oh.
Yeah.
And then they had Politicon.
Okay.
They had Politicon. I mean, after you guys thought about that, what would you expect in going to Politicon? Now, so yeah, I did think about Pack Stereo represent, because I went and looked at the topics. Emel and I both went and looked at, and Vic, they didn't even give out a map, nothing. They didn't even have a pamphlet. They had an app, and they told everybody download the app.
I like that.
So not a handout,
I love that.
not a
approach.
flyer, not a brochure. I'm telling you guys,
okay.
be prepared next time you go to conference. Not a handout, not a flyer, nothing.
What was South
Get
by
the app.
What was South by Southwest? How did they do it?
At least they had a flyer or something.
Didn't need it. Scan it. See, are you living in the past?
I'm you know, because, well, here, hey, Vic, we
What's up,
use
man?
more of it than anybody else we know. We use more of it than most of the kids. So we do. I mean, us. So,
Right. No, I got
but
you,
know,
man.
but there's a part of me that I'm just. Remember, I said this when one day when I would buy electronic equipment and they stopped giving me a manual.
Right.
First, they started giving you a disc.
Right.
Then they started with the download. Then they started giving you a card that says, go here and download it yourself and print it out yourself.
Do you need, for example, you think most of the video game players go in and say, let me just go ahead and work this, and figure it out, I'll navigate, or do you think they need a manual of instructions on how to play the video game? Video game players.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to say, man.
Trying to say I'm slow?
I'm just
I have slow areas, like everyone.
What you
Don't
trying-
think that I'm just the whiz. I know to maintain this coif,
Hey, look.
and run this equipment, you probably think that I'm gifted in other areas, but I too, like you, have my challenges. And so, as Vic so rightly points out,
I'm just saying, man. Because here's the thing that okay, see, you know I'm gonna ask you, since you went there, where's the proof, man, with the pics, man?
okay, all right, so wait a minute. Okay, so I posted some stuff
There you go.
on Facebook.
Okay, now.
Okay, so,
No, we don't see no balconies, and we don't see no pamphlets.
oh man,
Don't want to see
that's jacked up because that's not, okay, first of all, I had to maintain my battery power. You know, battery power is an issue today, and I had 3 phones and a tablet on me.
You only need 2.
I had 3 phones and a tablet. Okay, can I give you the, okay,
Yes.
here's the highlights.
That's good.
The highlights are Kathy Griffin
Okay.
and Michael Avenatti. I'm looking at it right now on Facebook.
All right.
Joy Reid in her panel,
Okay.
which had Jason Johnson and a number of other folks
Right.
on it. There was also, there's a picture from Joy Reid's panel. See, that's a picture from Joy Reid's panel.
Okay, we're getting closer now.
So,
See, I'm only
so
trying.
you want to see some
No.
videos of me walking in and
no,
shit?
No. See, what I'm doing is
Dennis Rodman was the best thing.
okay. No, don't say that. Don't say it.
I mean, not the best thing. The most. Okay, well, you just. Okay,
You
we
just
watched
told me
that.
what the best thing is.
You were laughing.
I'm
See,
laughing.
Dennis Rodman.
He was
See, you guys,
Try.
he's crazy. He's literally crazy.
Try.
So watching him on the panel, it wasn't even a panel. It was just him and Toure.
Did they have a?
That's Toure pronounce how you pronounce his
Was,
name.
was anybody taking like selfies and stuff like that?
I have a video of it.
Okay, good.
You want to see a piece
Well,
of
see,
it?
the reason why I'm saying that is
Okay, here's Dennis. You want to see which one? What do you want?
No. I'm taking your lead on the thing that most impacted you the most.
Okay, well, that's different. I'm saying Dennis Rodman was funny because you realize he went over to North Korea, and okay, one thing about Dennis Rodman, to me, he's very personable. You like him. He feels like that dysfunctional friend that you have. I feel like everybody has a friend with some parts of Dennis Rodman. And he's unashamed. He talked about, I went there in my negligee, and he doesn't care. He talks about everything. But you realize that he's speaking, he has a certain integrity, it seems to me. At least this is his memory of the event.
Okay.
Because he went to North Korea and he didn't read shit. He didn't know who he was meeting. He knew nothing about North Korea. And first you might not believe that, but after you watch him on the panel, you realize he did. He didn't know shit about North Korea.
All
And
right.
Dennis Rodman went over there. And so it's hilarious. So Dennis Rodman was one of the most entertaining of the speeches. I can say on the political level, no, there was other things. But in terms of pure entertainment, okay, so let's take a look.
But, do this and this is.
Let me see, wait, hold.
Michael said, hell no. Yes, he said, hell no. Then they asked, and they came with a second option, said, you think Dennis Rodman will come to North Korea? And this is the funny part. I said yes,
Why did you say yes?
because this is funny. Because I thought it was another paying gig, just taking pictures, hanging out, and stuff like that. I knew nothing about North Korea. Nothing. That's nothing. I think I'm going to get signing autographs, taking pictures, holding babies and stuff like that. Like,
So you didn't know it was a repressive
No,
dictatorship?
didn't even know that.
You just thought it was just, well, let's go to Burma, let's go to North Korea. Hey, whatever.
that was it.
Okay.
I'm like, wow.
At what point did you realize, whoa, this is a different country?
People don't believe that.
I believe it. I believe it.
But that right there, it's cool though because I didn't know anything about it. But the week before I was going over there, people started enlightening me about the country. And one thing I knew about North Korea is about the movies,
Okay.
50s and 60s and 70s movies about war and poverty and stuff like that. I started to watch that and get a good feel for it. But people say, wow, dude, when you come back, I hope that nothing happens to you. I hope you don't get shot. And I'm like,
really? He said, they do that over there? I said, I didn't know anything about that.
You didn't know the danger you're getting into. No. I love that.
And then I got landed in my career. Everybody's looking out the window, sitting like guns, do this and this. So when I walked out, I think everybody was shocked because they had all the tail leaders, all the leaders of North Korea's lined up with a red carpet. I'm like, okay, I thought this was a better danger place. I should be entering this hellhole. You know, so okay, anyway, so I get off the plane, and they all pretty much bow down to me. I mean, literally like that. I mean, they shaking hands and I'm going down here, so I go inside, red carpet. I sit in this big room, something like this, but half the size, and everybody's lining just the wall, like you see, around the wall. I'm in the middle, and one of the leaders said, the leaders over there said, do you know who's singing? So this is real funny. And I said, no, that guy was in Turtles and Armies.
He was tired.
And we sit in this seat while our leadership sits there. And I'm still being stupid as hell. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Who's the leader? I don't know, right? I've never seen the guy. So anyway, I'm sitting up and hoping that I can get educated real quick. So it's real quick. So it's like, all right, so everybody's having a good time with drinking vodka. So I'm spending vodka, drinking. And all of a sudden we go to the hotel. And we go to the hotel and I'm staying and I was trying to figure out who was the last president to ever go to North Korea. You know?
No.
I don't either.
This is diplomacy via Dennis Rodman.
The presidency that went over there and I stayed in this suite. And this is big room, like 3,000 square foot balcony and all that stuff. So, and they asked me, when I'm in the room, they said, what do you like to drink? I said, Diet Coke. They looked at me so stupid. I said, Diet Coke. I said, Diet Coke. Diet Coke, Diet Coke. And the guy started interpreting on me. He said, Diet Coke? He said, no, we don't have Diet Coke. And he came back and said, oh, Coke Zero. Coke Zero. I said, it's like shit, man. So he was same thing. So I didn't go back to the room, go work out. There's like a 3 cases of Coke Zero in my room. And every morning when we get up, there's about 30 people sitting at breakfast. I mean, food everywhere. I mean, food capacity.
While the nation is starving.
Did you meet Kim Jong-un in this?
Well, I met him. Actually, I met him at the hotel. One of the leaders of this said, we're going to get a surprise for you. And, we go in and sit, 30, 40 people, sit on the table, food everywhere, drinks, stuff like that. And the head leader, underneath my camera, came in and said, we got a surprise for you tomorrow night at the game. And I'm still, man, like, what are you talking about? What's going on? I had never seen a picture of him at all. So I was playing a game in North Korea, and it was funny. He wanted me to play. I said, no, I'm not going to play. So I went and sat on the bench, and it's like 20,000 people dressed in black and white. So I'm sitting down doing this. I got sweatpants, a jacket, a t-shirt, hat, glasses, whatever. And everybody's dressed in suits, black and white. So all these guys come down, pick me up and say, come with me. We're going to go over and sit up here. All right, so I go up there, and I'm sitting down, and 20 people here, 20 people there, and all dressed in suits, stone face of hell. That's fucking stone face. And next thing you know, 20,000 people stood up and clapped. And I'm thinking it's for me.
And they clapped you. Right.
I think it's for me. So I'm like, wow. Special, And the next thing you know, I look over to my left. It's this short guy. And the short guy walks out, like, the whole thing he does. So he walks about 5'2", 3", and he He's walking down this way, and everybody's standing up. I'm sitting down. You know, I'm sitting down, everybody's standing up. So he walks over here. So he comes to sit right here, on this close right here. And he comes to stand here. I get up like this, but he pulls me down. He said, so he's up there waving. And I'm like doing this whole bit. I'm doing this whole thing.
This is Kim Jong-un, y'all.
Who is this guy? So who is this guy right here? Everybody's like bugging. And
Who's this guy?
as he's telling me the WCA, and I never seen nothing like that in my life. Man, I never seen 20,000 people get so emotional.
Yeah, they got emotional, Dennis, because they better or the hammer's gonna strike. The hammer's gonna strike. But Vic, that whole panel, and people say, okay, Dennis Rodman at Politicon, why? Well, he was really just talking about, basketball diplomacy. Going to North Korea as a sports figure,
Right.
and having the access. And it's amazing he basically shot, horse, whatever, with Kim Jong-un.
Right.
They shot basketball.
Right. Now,
And so then Dennis Rodman don't recognize him, doesn't stand when he enters the room, doesn't do any of the policy stuff. And really, now I don't think I would say, most of us, if we were going to another country for the first time, we may just read a little bit. Just to, just a little bit.
No, man. Now, see, I mean, I look at it and I go, okay, this is what, this is good. I think this is good for people. Now, that shows you that sometimes you have to do the opposite. So when I'm down at the Street Fest this past Saturday, I forgot what they officially call it, where it's thousands of people.
Taste of soul.
Taste of soul. So I'm thinking this way. Now, if you had to take Dennis Rodman, and Roland Martin, right?
Right.
He's a journalist. Wouldn't you actually trade and go, well, Roland should be at Politicon because he's DC, Washington journalist, and Dennis would be here. Guess what happened? And Roland Martin, I seen on stage, and he was framing himself like he's a comedian. So I'm not shocked. So if
See, I'm a savage. You're right, Nick. You're so right.
I'm just saying.
So wow. So that is an amazing observation. That Roland Martin would be. They happen to occur at the same time. Taste of Soul, which is right here in the Crenshaw area. It's a big old outdoor food festival. Was occurring Saturday at the same time that I was, down at Politicon, which is downtown at the convention center.
Yeah.
So that's still not all that far from each other either.
No. Which says, who are you catering to?
You could go back and forth by car or by.
Yeah, I mean, walking for us is walking right down the hill, but you look at the frame, and say, okay, if somebody says, hey, Dennis Rodman's going to be at Politicon, I said, so what are you really more interested in learning? There's a difference between learning and hearing. And I got your point. Sincerity probably is the thing you came away with more than anything else.
I came away with it, but well, first of all, this one was held here in Los Angeles. It was going to affect the content of the people there. But you had your Make America Great hats out there. You had your Trump supporters. You had Tucker Carlson and Coulter and other people on panels. So there was conservative panels for sure there also. Right. And a bunch of media type personalities around everywhere. So yeah, that was great. One of the things that Joy Reid did during her panel is she polled her audience on who they thought the next Democratic candidate for president. So who would be the Democratic candidate in 2020? Right. And amazingly, that Beto O'Rourke, as I had said, and that's not an endorsement. I made it clear that it was not an endorsement, but that Beto O'Rourke, to me, looked like the person who was at least starting out with a lead, other than Joe Biden, which is another.
You mean
as to being the candidate?
No women considered in the.
Kamala Harris was mentioned, there was at least one panelist who thought that she was the leading candidate. A lot of people liked Beto O'Rourke with Kamala Harris as the VP.
Doesn't Beto have to at least win in his Texas?
That was a discussion,
So
and
if he
people
doesn't
felt
win
that
that-
even if he didn't win based on the amount of a
Right.
organizational thrust and push
Right.
and being thrust into the national spotlight,
Right.
that he would still be at least a contender.
Now, is there anything new, or is it just younger face? Anything new on this platform? I haven't been able to study it.
Well, I haven't studied him either,
All right.
so I don't know if there's anything new anywhere of this. It's a matter of which things they choose.
Right. See,
To he came out. Well, give me some.
He
I
got-
rather
he got
because
money,
there
though.
were some issues the way he took a stand on the kneeling
Yeah.
and some other things
yes, it is.
that people were looking at. So he at least seems to be sensitive enough to appeal across some generations possibly and get the younger participants involved. So that's one of the things. That was one of the but that's just Joy Reid panel at Politicon. That doesn't mean that's even the way all of that is a distinctly liberal audience.
Yes, it is.
Now, Michael Avenatti, okay, at the risk, this is 3 minutes and 40, okay? I want you to at least see some of this.
There are millions of American people who have aged a decade in the 21 months of the Trump presidency. They're tired of the crazy tweets. They're tired of the bombastic comments. They're tired of watching norms being eroded on a daily basis. Why do you think, ultimately, Democrats in particular, and the American people in general, will want to see a knockdown, drag-out fight over the presidency?
Well, you're going to have it one way, whether people like it or not. You're going to have at least one party that is how they're going to conduct themselves, and that's how they're going to behave. We saw that in 2015. We saw it in 16, and that's what you're going to continue to see. A fundamental problem with this president, with Donald Trump, is that he governs the same way that he campaigns. He has never taken a job seriously since he's been elected. He has forgot the idea that he's the president for all of the United States. He's supposed to be acting as a president for everyone in this room. He thinks that he's on a constant campaign. And whether you like it or I like it or Kathy likes it or whether you all like it, the bottom line is there's only one way that these tweets and this behavior and this conduct and this misogyny is going to end. And the only way it's going to end is if you displace Donald Trump from the White House of the United States.
Kathy Griffin, Michael Avenatti.
I will tell you that when I went to sleep on election night in 2016, I was disappointed to say the least. But I actually had hoped at that time that the office would change the man. I had hoped that Donald Trump would realize that he had now been elected to the United States and it was time to elevate his behavior and begin to govern in an appropriate manner as a president of the United States. That's what I had hoped. We now know that he's incapable of that. We now know that he is trying to change the office of the presidency of the United States forever, and I don't believe that we can allow that to happen.
After an answer like that, you know what the next question is. Are you running? Are you going to run? How far are you in your thinking about running for president of the United States?
Here is what I would say. I've been to 15 states across the country. I've been raising money for Democrats, assisting them get out the vote. I'm going to go to another 8 or 9 between now and the midterm elections. I've been speaking at a number of events. I've been gauging enthusiasm. I've been very humbled by the outpouring of support that I've received. But here is what I'm very concerned about. When I look into the field of potential Democratic nominees, I see a number of very highly qualified, accomplished politicians, many of whom would make an exceptional president. However, what I don't see is many of whom could actually beat Donald Trump. And if you can't beat Donald Trump, you never get a chance to actually govern. I don't care how deep you are on policy. I don't care how much experience you have. And if anybody doubts that, all you have to do is look at the 2016 results. Donald Trump beat 16 to 17 very accomplished politicians, including the most qualified, whether you agree with her policies or not. Hillary Rodham Clinton was the most qualified individual to ever seek the office of president. She was the most qualified, and guess what? After election night, she went home because she didn't beat Donald Trump. So the bottom line is the Democratic Party has no business nominating somebody that cannot beat Donald Trump. So.
Wow. So what do you guys? I don't know.
Oh, did he answer the question?
Kathy Griffin. Well,
He didn't
there's
answer the
more
question.
of it. You know, here's the thing that I learned for one thing.
What?
Bring the tripod stick. I have the selfie stick that turns into a tripod. I did not bring that
Oh no.
because I wasn't sure what they were going to let you in.
Right.
But at this place, they look like they were letting you in
They have to.
with everything.
They need to.
Everything you could just imagine. Come on in, camera.
Yeah. No, look. I would have enjoyed you going. Okay, gonna give you my rating. Did the message come across? And you just switch it and point. I would like your.
Well, for the stuff that's coming up, we're working on a more edited version.
Okay.
We got to add on top. What we have to do now is really add the commentary,
Right.
the post commentary, as I look back on the experience of the event. So that's what's coming.
Yeah, I know. I'm greedy.
Hey. Because of this segment, we're not going to do a regular news segment, just a brief sort of update because of the length and extent of this.
Mhm.
The main thing that's going on, we know in the news today, we wanted to get out the issue for the Politicon, but we're going to have a shortened news segment.
Oh, I know it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
All right, you guys. Hey, so this is a full show today. We've got the hot picks. We got the new sports. We got the marijuana for dummies. So there you go. Here we go. And we also have the latest slideshow animation. Here it is, and we'll be right back. Where is that? Oh, there it is, and it's muted.
Been a long, long time since I spoke to you.
body heat.
So captivating, and you are the answer to my plea, and you are the only reason that I know I call a peace and let you speak, and you are so captivating, and you are answer to my dream. You are all around me, and I know if I'm speak to me. And I know if all the places where you speak to me.
This is how the body heat. The lovely Mika Williams. Victor Allen as the zombie. Yes. Loving it, you guys. Loving it. I told you today we're going to have a short segment in terms of news because we wanted to show you so much of the Politicon things that were going on because that is really one of the hot things going on. But the other hot thing that we're going to be dealing with just for a little bit, maybe even wait till next week, Vic.
What is that?
It's the whole evolving situation with Jamal Khashoggi and the diplomatic implications of people responding. You know, they are responding diplomatically because, as people are pointing out, these arms deals are not for the United States to make money.
Right.
They're to provide security for the world. So right now, things are happening as it relates to the Khashoggi situation, where people are coming out and they're differing with the president. Even Lindsey Graham said this is a deal breaker. No,
Really?
yeah.
Lindsey says it?
Lindsey basically said that. I mean, that's a paraphrase, but yeah, that this would be cause a disruption of flow, and that's where people are reminding. That's the part that was interesting. A number of people coming out saying these contracts are not to make money for the United States. They're to provide security for the world. And now that may not be the way the president views it. See, because the big first thing Donald Trump said was, well, this is, $180 billion defense contract. That's one of the first things he mentioned.
Did he say fake news? Oh, he didn't use the term fake news on this one, right?
No, and now he's admitted that they tried, but now they're saying it was a rogue group. A rogue group.
No, it's
Who
already
did it?
No.
You're like Phil, like PMC said, who brings a bone saw to a fist
In
fight?
fact, look, all I was looking for was he going to go there and say fake news when somebody dies, and he stayed away from it.
Well, he stayed
And
away
how
from
he feels about those who push the narrative of being able to say check and balances in what you do. How dare you question me? I am the king. So I'm just going, Lindsey said that? I said, oh, okay. Well, let's see how things roll around come in a couple of weeks. See how much of the campaign trail everybody who speaks up on. See if they take
November 6th is coming
I'm
up
just
sooner
saying,
than
man.
you think.
Okay.
So things are going to be happening. You're going to get the chance to see these events. I like to go on record by making my predictions in terms of things that are happening. Remember, you still haven't heard from Mueller. All these things are evolving. You're going to have a really, really hot end to this year.
Yeah.
Now, you ready to talk about some weed?
Maybe.
Times are changing, but some things stay the same. You start each morning with a cup of coffee every day. Maybe hit the snooze, turn on the local news. But nothing good comes from a one-sided point of view.
Dummies. I hate that title, but you know it was the most catchy because there's nothing dumb about us marijuana users. We're a unique group, and if you look at some of the data and information statistics, it's an evolving group, and certainly a lot of professional folks, as myself, use marijuana. We enjoy, we love it. It's part of what we do. Marijuana is the thing of our time. And Vic, as part of that, everybody's looking at marijuana investment. This is what happened. Canada, just recently, I believe it was on the 17th,
Okay.
legalized nationwide. They're the second country, Uruguay being the first, but they were the second country to legalize marijuana for recreational use